Hi all, this is Sangeeta Kandavel and today I came to the Gandhinagar Club in Adyar to have lunch, and look who I met over here. I met my former colleague and my good friend Mr. Vinay Kamath, a very senior journalist who worked with the Hindu Business Line, and Vinay was also instrumental in introducing many big brand stories. So he's been with the brand supplement of Hindu Business Line for a very long time and he continues to write even now. So why I'm doing this interview today with him is, so all of you must have seen this latest web series on Amazon, Made in India, The Titan Story. So this particular web series was based on Vinay's book. So Vinay, can you just show us a book?
This is the earlier cover of the book, and Sangeeta is holding the book which has the new cover based on the Titan Story web series.
Yeah, it's a lovely cover, Vinay.
It has Nasiruddin Shah and Jim Sarb on the cover.
So Vinay, how did this book, the idea of this book come about?
So Sangeeta, it has always been a journalistic challenge for me to write a book because you're always confined by, the 1,000-word article. I said, okay, I should write a book. And that morning I was to meet Bhaskar Bhatt, the MD of Titan, after a board meeting at the Taj Coromandel. And so I was like, the idea struck me in the shower, and like Archimedes, I didn't run out naked shouting Eureka, Eureka. But that thought struck me because I'd written a lot on Titan. I was a cub reporter at the Times of India in Bangalore when Titan watches were launched. I remember all the excitement of the launch of the watches of Titan. And I'd written extensively on Titan in the initial years, 2 cover stories in Business World magazine. And I knew Mr. Xerxes Desai, the founding MD. So I thought this was a good idea to write a book on Titan. Then when I met Bhaskar, he was also excited about the idea because he said it's going to be 30 years of Titan. So let's have a book, and that's how it happened. And Bhaskar got the requisite permission, etc. from Bombay House, and then he supported me a lot in the writing of the book and the meetings, and so that's how the book came about.
Okay. So what was your first story about Titan?
So my first story of Titan, so Titan had hosted a huge party at the Adyar Park Hotel, which doesn't exist today, and there was for all the Tamil Nadu bureaucrats and the glitterati of Chennai, there was a huge party, and I'd already met with Mr. A.L. Mudaliar, who was the chairman of Titan, and he introduced me for the first time to Mr. Xerxes Desai, and I said, I love your watches and I want to write about the company. He said, well, if you want to write about it, you must come and visit us, see our factory in Hosur. So that's how it happened. I went, visited the factory in Hosur, and I did a cover story for Business World magazine, which is part of the Anand Mudaliar group, which I worked for then, which was called, I remember the headlines, it was called The Triumph of Titan Watches. And they had an interview with Xerxes where he said, we aim to raid HMT, and we did. That was the headline of the interview. And that was how they decided to set up actually in Hosur because of proximity to HMT and Bangalore. So that was my first article. I followed it up again in 1991 with another cover story on Titan, which 2 years hence, more success for Titan. So that was how I happened to do 2 stories on Titan.
So when social media is flooded with punch dialogues by this one particular person, Xerxes Desai. So when did you first meet him, and what kind of a person was he? Because the movie shows him as a very enterprising and a guy who was totally okay with failures also. So what kind of a person was he in person?
So Xerxes was an amazing person. He was a Tata Administrative Service staffer, and he was an Oxford don. And despite him heading a high precision watchmaking company, he was not an engineer. He studied philosophy and economics at Oxford, and he was a great aesthete. But his sense of sensibilities were very attuned, very Western attuned. I mean, he was a great lover of Western music, Western classical music especially, and a wonderful conversationalist, and he was a great aesthete. He had a very fine sense of taste, which is shown later in the designs of Titan, and he gave the design aesthetics of Titan. It's all because of Xerxes Desai. And the interesting thing is that he spoke, though the web series showed him speaking Hindi, he spoke no Hindi and he spoke no Tamil. So, but he had a Tamil Nadu-based company for
So
many
what did he
years,
speak,
wonderful.
if you could tell us
He
something?
spoke mostly in English.
Okay.
He
Mhm.
spoke mostly in English, and all his thoughts were always expressed in English. But of course, his team were there to take all his ideas forward, and they admired him a great deal. All the Titanians for what great he had he was a fine leader, so that he showed the company. Titan is today what it is because of Xerxes Desai, which even Bhaskar Bhatt, who succeeded him as MD, says, and he says this film has to be made as a tribute to Xerxes Desai. That's how he also supported him.
So Vinay, when did you get the information that this particular book is going to be made into a movie, and what was your reaction? And also, were you involved in the movie making process? Can you share some insights on that?
Yeah. So my publisher at Hachette, Paulini Chatterjee, who's now later moved on from Hachette to HarperCollins, she suddenly called me with a blue saying that they're interested in making a web series and they want to buy the rights. And I was quite surprised. I was really delighted. I said, "Wow, that's fantastic!" And because that was completely not in my frame or my vision that this book would be made into a web series. But the producer of Almighty Pictures, Sunil Bora, saw a fantastic story there. He said this is, even before startups and made in India terms were fashionable, he said this story is a fantastic made in India startup story of an initial startup company from the 1970s. And he saw the potential of a story there, which perhaps even I didn't, for a web series. And so Almighty Production Pictures bought the rights from Hachette, and I also signed on. And that's how the whole deal happened. And for a long time, nothing happened because there was a lot of planning for them, and then there were meetings with Titan. And then I had, then later, finally, the scripting got started, and then me and senior title officials, including C.K. Venkatraman, the former MD of Titan, who succeeded Bhaskar, and Harish Bhatt and Shirish Chandrasekhar, we all had meetings with the scriptwriter and setting boundaries on what can or cannot be dealt with. So that's about it. Otherwise, the entire cast, professional actors, and the production are entirely them. So beyond that, I don't think either me or Titan supported the making of the movie by allowing them to shoot in the factory and in their offices. So otherwise, they were not involved in the production, nor was I. Though we viewed the web series before it went on screen to see how the entire thing came out.
So reading is completely different from watching it on screen. So is there some particular scene in this web series which you thought, oh my God, they've done it exactly the way that I had thought when I was writing it. I imagined it this way, and they've done the same job on screen. Is there some scene like that?
Yeah, there is a scene, but probably it's a bit dramatized. I mean, it is dramatized, but that's probably not how it happened. But I think they did it beautifully, where J.R.D. Tata takes the entire team to listen to a concert of Mozart, and the concert they're playing Mozart's 25th Symphony, and everybody closes their eyes and then listen to the tune, and Xerxes and Jayant Malik from ONM, they both say, this is it, this could be the tune that Titan can use, because they did not want a song because they wanted the ad to go nationally, and they did not want a song to that would have to be translated. Just music is what they were looking for, and they chose Mozart's 25th Symphony, which was incredible because India did not have a culture of Western classical music, and they chose this 25th Symphony, and that has stood the test of time. For 35 years, they're still using the same tune. Of course, Indianized with Indian instrument, but anyone anywhere listens to it, they know it's a Titan tune. So they've kind of made it their signature tune with lots of variation. In fact, Xerxes in this conversation joked to me saying, I don't know whether Mozart would be clapping or sitting up in his grave listening to all the variations we've done with his 25th Symphony. But I think that the web series portrayed that very well, how Titan stuck on that Mozart 25th.
So Vinay, the Titan story also talks about failure and entrepreneurship also. So today, every youngster wants to be an entrepreneur. So what are the learnings from the Titan story for entrepreneurs today?
So, Titan, if you look at its history and the way it was founded, though it did have the backing of the Tata Group, Xerxes Desai and his team were pretty much left to their own devices in Tata Press, which was the base for founding Titan watches much later. So, I think the spirit of innovation that Xerxes Desai and his team showed, his other co-founder Anil Manchanda, I mean, if you look at it, neither was a technical person. Xerxes was, I told you, an Oxford don who studied philosophy and economics. Anil Manchanda was an MSc in statistics from, he studied at Indian Statistical Institute in Calcutta. So neither was a technical person, but they had the gumption to actually found a high precision industry company, confident that they could hire the talent and without having any knowledge about how watchmaking is, but they wanted to get into watches. So I guess that's a lesson for entrepreneurs. You want to do something, you have to just do it, like in the Nike tagline. So that's how they. That was amazing spirit of innovation which both of them displayed, and I think that innovation has carried right through in Titan's DNA, which is why they're looking. If you look at Titan along the way, they experimented with jewelry, then they got into eyewear, then they got into saris, and now they got into lab-grown diamonds, went into perfumes. So all kinds of businesses which they don't hesitate to innovate. I think entrepreneurship is all about that, right? Your spirit of it. And as Xerxes says in the web series also, never fear to fail. So I think they've had a huge lot of failures along the way, but they always stood up and kept going.
So when I see both of us are wearing a black watch today, so I have black and you're also wearing a black.
Yeah,
is that a Titan watch?
Yes, mine is a Titan Octane.
So when did you get this watch?
Oh, I think this must be at least 10 years old.
So how many Titan watches do you have? And in the movie, there are a lot of scenes where they talk about gifting also, how Titan watches can be gifted to family members, and even the ad shows how a father gives a Titan watch for his daughter at her wedding. So have you got Titan watches for your family, your wife in specific?
Yeah.
So how many Titan watches do you have?
Oh, I have about 10, 12 watches, of which at least 6, 7 must be Titan and one fast track as well. And yes, I bought many Titan watches for my wife as well. We gifted ourselves both a Titan watch on our anniversary. And recently, when my daughters, I bought Titan watches for both my daughters. My elder daughter, who going away to Australia for a PhD, I gifted her a Titan watch. And I had gifted her a Titan watch when she joined college. She lost that, so I said, I'll buy you one more. And my younger daughter, for her first job, I bought her a Titan watch as well, which she wears proudly. So all of us have a lot of Titan watches, and yes, Taneira saris are also part of the portfolio.
Thank you so much, Vinay. It was wonderful meeting you today. I'm meeting you after a very long